Michael in Plainfield, Vermont writes to me, he says, Paul, I have a preamplifier with only one pair of RCA outputs, and I want to connect a subwoofer that does not have a high level input as you suggest, and also an amp for my speakers. Of course, so he's got a preamp, a power amp, and a subwoofer. Should I run RCA cables from the preamp output to the subwoofer inputs, and then from the subwoofer outputs to the amp inputs, kind of as a daisy chain sort of thing? This should make sense, but I'm having a hard time finding a clear answer to setting this up. I don't want to damage anything, and I'm pretty new to the audiophile world. Welcome, sir. And I've enjoyed many of your videos and happily subscribe to your channel. Thank you. Well, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. And I would not recommend the course of action you are planning. I don't like daisy chaining RCA cables or XLR cables for that matter. Now, first off, you're not going to damage anything, okay? So don't worry about that. You're not going to damage anything, except maybe the sound. So cables matter. Cable length matters. Cable quality matters. So my recommendation is to use a Y connector. Now, a lot of people shy away from that, and especially audiophiles. Oh, no. I would much rather have a Y connector at the output of your preamplifier where you have two RCA cables coming from that one RCA output in a splitter, right? Now the splitter has, you got the same number of cables, but instead of putting them in series and daisy chaining them, you want to go in parallel so that they go out like this, one to the subwoofer and one over here to the power amplifier. And it costs you only a Y connector. Now, here's one. Let's see. This is, you can see that there. This is the kind of, this is a BNC. So don't use this. It's BNCs are what we use here in the lab. But I didn't have one around because I don't, all our preamps have, well, I think all of them, or most of them anyway, have a couple of RCA outputs or a way, either an RCA output and an XLR, so you can feed your amp with XLR and your subwoofer with RCA. Anyway, but this is the kind of thing you need. And you can just buy a high quality RCA Y cable, the hardware kind. You can find them on Amazon, you can find them, 100 different places. And I mean, what, $10 for a pair? Probably. And they're machined and they're nice. That's the way to go. Parallel, young man, not daisy chaining in series. All right. Thanks for the question. I'll talk to you tomorrow.